Let us begin with the prayer, Pranam Mantra to Swami Vivekananda. So please join me, repeat after me. Namasri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Surai Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Hari Om. My most respected Swami Vedanta ji, Swami Prapandananda ji, and my brotherly Swamis, Swami Sattamayananda, Swami Ishatmananda, and Swami Prasannaatmananda. Because of Swami Prasannaatmananda and the devotees of the Berkeley and the committee members, I got this opportunity to come over here. This is my second visit, and I'm so happy after coming over here. And when I was coming, the Swami Prapandananda ji told, come one day early and come to Sacramento and give a talk. You know, what the sadhu will do. Wherever we go, we just give a talk. And naturally, so that was arranged. Even though weekdays and of course, this 4th of July, even then 35 people, they came. We had a wonderful discussion about freedom. And today I am here, I was listening from the morning, the wonderful deliberation about Swami Vivekananda coming over here and how he influenced people. In the beginning itself, our Swami Prasannaatmananda, he wonderfully mentioned what is the goal actually, why we are here. That was obviously excellent way he mentioned. 125 years, and he visited 2 times. And the first time he came, I like that word, he was a cyclonic monk. He was going and breaking the things. And the second time he came, and he was showering and giving the seeds everywhere. This is a wonderful expression. I like that. Prapandananda ji, of course, he mentioned about the democracy and Vedanta, how Swamiji gave that, and at the same time, Vedanta and Christianity. Sattamayananda, he also wonderfully explained, and I like the way he mentioned, the Vivekananda brought that Brahma Jnana, that also the wheel of dharma he mentioned, and recently now his legacy, about the legacy he's mentioned, his legacy is his words and enshrined in the complete works of Vivekananda. I would request you, if you have not gone through, there's a wonderful book, 9 volumes now, and all those that will be there. Once you start reading, you won't be able to stop till you finish. My guru, Srimad Swami Bireshwarananda ji Maharaj, I heard about him that when he was a young college student, university student, he was very fond of what's called hockey game. So he was playing the hockey. One day he went to play, but for the rain or something, they could not play. So he was feeling bored what to do. He asked his friend, is there any book that I can read? And that friend gave a book, the first volume of Swami Vivekananda's complete works, from his uncle's library. And without mentioning the uncle, that I am giving this book to my friend. This young man, he brought it, he started reading. This is not a story, something else. So he didn't read that. He stopped that book and didn't return also. And the uncle one day stopped him on the way. Hey, have you read that book? Which book? You have taken from me? Oh yes. I think some pages. No. Since you have taken the book, you must read from from page 1 to the last. Calm, and I will ask question. Then he took that book again and started reading. And once he started reading, the transformation came. Power entered into him. He could not stop. And again he came to that gentleman. Can you please give me the second volume, third volume, fourth volume? And he joined the Ramakrishna order. His maternal uncle came and forced him to go back. Again he came back, and that young man became the president of the Ramakrishna order, the 10th president. So this is the way it works. Another Swami, he is from Iraq. He's a Muslim by birth. But he and his brother both are doctors. And he was practicing the medicine in Germany. They had only one sister. And they came to know that suddenly something happened, the sister passed away. He started thinking, both the brothers, we are doctors, we could not save our sister. And he was thinking, why this? One day he was traveling and he found another gentleman sitting in his front, reading some book, and there is a picture of Swami Vivekananda. That was also some of the volumes of complete works of Vivekananda. He was attracted, the Muslim boy was as attracted seeing the turban that Swami. He thought it was Arab maybe, because the turban, it may be Arab. Then he said, can I borrow this book? What book you are reading? The German gentleman who was reading, he said, I can give it to you, but you have to read it seriously. It's not a novel, this is a very serious book. He then, again, the same way, started reading and then exchanged that address. He used to go and collect the book, completed the complete works, and then ultimately he came and joined in the Belur Math. And he used to love Ganga so much. Then afterwards, his name became Ganga Ananda. Because Ananda, he was a joy in Ganga. So this way, Vivekananda's words transform, change the people. It is not conversion, transforming, becoming a higher and higher spiritual values, or higher and higher spiritual personality. And this is Swami Vivekananda's influence. And then finally, when I was listening, Swami Ishatmananda, and what nicely he explained charisma. What is this charisma? I never knew this. This is the first time I heard, and how he was explaining. And you know, when we are becoming sannyasi, they are taking birth. So, and in Bengali they say Hatur Boishi. That means they're very, very young. And these boys, they are coming and with wonderful ideas. And the way they are explaining, Vivekananda is continuing. That is the way, the imbibing the spirit of Vivekananda and the ideas of Vivekananda, going out to the people, not only he himself, but at the same time he is going out. And there's a great challenge, you know. When a monk goes and meets with the devotees, great challenge. Because the temptation, they will be telling Swami, please eat this, please take this, please this gift, that gift. So many things they will be going on giving. And you start feeling, oh, I am the holiest of the holy. And then one day you will find you on the street again. And that is the problem. Other Swamis, traditional monks in India, they don't have anything. They're moving from one place to another place. Maybe the problem with them is the food, the clothing, and where to stay. But for Ramakrishna Mission, everywhere, first grade, everywhere. Even in India, if you go, wherever you go, immediately, any flight we go, pilot comes and says, Swami, would you like to see the cockpit? This much, so many way they respect us, and slowly, we forget. That is the challenge. I was in Narottam Nagar, there was a great thing, everything was there, and the car, the peon, the driver, the cook, can you imagine? And when I used to sign, a man used to get a job, and sometimes by signing, I could fire a person. The ego may come. That is the challenge. Ramakrishna Mission Swamis, that is the challenge. And they are Puri Sampradaya. They will be with the people, but not of that. They will be in the samsara, but not of that. That is Vivekananda. The Vivekananda has given us that legacy. That you have to burn yourself out. How? Through freedom. And what is that freedom? Spiritual freedom. When these words, when I was hearing, I was really becoming very, very inspired. And I must wish, I forgot to wish you all happy 4th of July. And this is the reason Swami Vivekananda liked this America, freedom. Everything is free. What I will eat, where I will go, what I will wear, whom I will make my friend, everything is mine. You cannot control me. That freedom, along with that, as Ishatmananda said, spiritual freedom. That is also very important. And who will give you spiritual freedom? Against whom you are going to fight? Yourself. You are fighting against yourself, and you are going to give your freedom yourself. And someday you have to say that I am free. And when you are free from your ego, from your desires, all the bondages are cut asunder, you don't feel whether people are clapping or throwing stones. You don't mind at all. That is the freedom. You know, some people are clapping here and there, and we are jumping. And nowadays, my God, that all young people, I don't know where they put the camera, and they will be jumping this, that, and then they will send out, and they will say, please put your finger over there and support me. Who is supporting whom? We do not know. But everyone wants that. And now that is the challenge. We have to bring back Vivekananda's confidence, the faith, 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 faith. Swami Vivekananda is presenting the old traditional values in a very new way. Satyamananda said that. A very wonderful traditional knowledge in English. In a modern way, he is presenting. And what is that? Faith in yourself, faith in God. There is God, and God is there. If all the people of the world say there is no God, I don't believe. Because Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said God is there. And I believe that one man, that one person, he must be God. Swami Vivekananda delivered a lecture somewhere here. And a couple, husband and wife, they heard about it. I forgot the name. I read it long back. And the gentleman came out. Can you imagine an American? And he is crying after hearing a lecture? An American gentleman crying. And he, in that way, he said, this man is not a man, he is a God, he is a God, he is a God. I have heard the God. It is truly, Vivekananda was not a human, he was a God himself. Because within him entered the power of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. You know that if you have read the biography of Swami Vivekananda, if you don't read anything else in this life before death, at least these two books you should read. The biography of Swami Vivekananda written by Eastern and Western disciples, maximum examples are there of. Another book is, if not complete works, is four yogas. Sorry, thank you. His 4 yogas, if you can read. And he poured out how to go, how to conquer, how to really become free by the 4 yogas. This Swami Vivekananda, and when he came over here, by that time, this gold rush in California is over. Gold rush stopped in 1848, and Vivekananda came 1892. So 92, 93. So that is the period by the time all settled down. We know the people who came to get that money, how challenging was their life. We have seen the movie. How terrible. So courageous people. They came, hardworking people, they came, and then afterwards they settled over here and many places. They became rich. And obviously, the question comes, when Swami Vivekananda came in 1900, what type of people he met? Were they capable to accept and understand his unique Vedanta? They say most of the people, and I was reading an old newspaper that was published, I was just searching that there I found. Usually, normally, the people of the Bay Area are very, very jovial and happy. And why not? Because Napa County is here. They should be. And today only I came to know about that. When I was coming from the Sacramento, then Ishatmananda showed me NAPA County. And they're very happy people. That's of course. So that happiness is there, very joyful and very jovial, but at the same time, they love to know the new things. This is very interesting. Love to know the new things. They are courageous and they are ready to face the new happenings and ideas, accepting new challenges and in the social life and spiritual practices. And they wrote in this way, the world to which Swami Vivekananda reached was very different from the Southern California. The San Francisco city was cosmopolitan, urban, full of beggars and variety. It was the center of financial and cultural life of the western part of America. In 1900, its population was 343,000. So this is the people Swamiji is meeting. And then so many people, the mid-sisters, they came to help. So many people, they came one after another to help. Who are these people? You know, when Swami Vivekananda first reached over here, he was the only Swami in those days in India who could speak English. Because mostly the Indian Hindu Swamis, they never will speak in English because it was a taboo in those days. Either Sanskrit or your mother tongue. Swamiji grew up in Calcutta, he knew the English and he was very fluent in English. So they chose, Swamiji, you must go. He came. He was not knowing. America was not known to India. We knew all the other countries like Great Britain, they were ruling over there, Germany, France, and we knew them. But America, we never knew. Only one American, when Swamiji is coming, that time only one American was there, Colonel Olcott. That much. But Swamiji is coming over here. And after that he found, oh, much early he has come. And naturally in Chicago it is very costly. Now, to tell me, when he was traveling in train, he met one lady, Miss Sanborn. And that lady, by talking with Swamiji, she got interested and she told, if you think you can come and stay with me in near the Boston, Anisquam, the village, if you like to come, I can accommodate you, give you food free. Only I will invite my friends and relatives to show you an Indian. They never saw Indian, and that too Indian speaking English. So obviously it was very interesting. So she gave that. Swamiji went to her house, stayed over there, and there he met the Professor John Wright. Professor John Wright wrote about him. He misplaced. Second time coming back from Anisquam, he reached Chicago, and that was the 9th September, 10th September, whole day passed searching for the address. Vivekananda, who could remember every word of the big book, I think the encyclopedia, he could. Now, how could he forget the address and the name of the President of the Parliament of Religion? Look at it. So frustrating. He could remember all the words of that. And now, that means Thakur never wanted. I explain in this way. Sri Ramakrishna never wanted that Swami Vivekananda, his disciple, should go to the parliament with the help of somebody else. It should be a miracle. He went and sat exhausted just in front of a house. And in America, whenever we see an unknown person nearby, we call police or we send people to drive him out and go away from here. But look at it. The door was she came, the Mrs. Hell, and she saw Vivekananda sitting, where he was sitting on the steps of a church. I think Swamiji was thinking whole day without food, without water, and he was shivering because of the cold. He was thinking, I'm going to die. And he sat over there to die, at least in a holy place, in front of a church. And then, from an aristocratic lady, she herself crossed the road, came to Vivekananda and said, are you a representative mother, as we always address in that way? I came, but I don't have any credential. My husband will help you. Then the husband and the wife, just like our mother, our parents, they too came to all the officers. 10th September, 11th September is the program. 10th September night, it was decided, because the president agreed, 5 minutes he will speak. If this is not miracle, then what is miracle? Everything came, and then Vivekananda was walking with other 9 great religious leaders and the Michigan Avenue, and as a representative of the Hindus. This is the miracle. And that Vivekananda, as he was mentioning, and when he stood over there, Vini Vidi Visi, he came, he saw, and he conquered. By saying what? Sisters and brothers of America. Is this a new word? No. It's just a simple word, English word. But how come that the 7,000 best minds of the Europe and America stood up and clapped for 2 minutes? What was there? Ishatmananda said, Brahman. That Brahman touched their heart. And they really felt that purity and the purity of oneness. And this is the contribution of Vivekananda. Then when he came over here in the Bay Area, and that time he knew it is all ready. You know, these people who came to help, when I was reading the Bhagavata, I was feeling it may be like that. Lord Krishna decided that he will come as a human, in a human form, and as a Krishna. Brahma, the creator, immediately spread out the message to all the gods and goddesses. They wanted to have the company of the Supreme God. They say, if you want to have that, go down, take some form, either human or animal or whatever, because the Lord God is going over there and to have that divine plane. So all they came from the heaven. All these people who came to help Swamiji, they also were the gods. Otherwise, how could they come? How could they find out? How could they help? And completely different scenario. And they were with Swami Vivekananda. When Vivekananda was in New York, some people threw the stone to him. Some people chased to kill him. Now it is the ladies. They used to be with him all the time to protect him. It is the ladies who used to feed him. Not only that, American young ladies, they used to kneel down before him and to tie the lace of his shoe. Can you imagine? That is Vivekananda, transforming people. Friends, again, I should agree with one of our brothers who was telling, shall we stop over here? Shall we not do something else? Shall we not carry out this wonderful legacy of love, unselfishness, service, to the doors of each and every one? We should become missionary. If I have got the solace, the love, and also I feel that this is the idea, the best idea, shall we not also share it with our relatives? our friends, in our group. Try to do that. And once you do that, what actually you are doing? Vivekananda said that my philosophy can be said in 2 sentences. And what is that philosophy? He said to make people aware about their divine nature and to help them to manifest it. To make people aware about their divine nature. What is the divine nature? Lord Jesus also said, blessed are those who are pure in heart, for they shall see God. What is the purity of heart? What is this divinity? 2 things only. Unselfishness and love. Unselfishness already we are having. We are sharing everything with our children, with our relatives, with our countrymen, with our nation. And love also we are having, but unlimited. We have to break that boundary and stand like this to embrace the each and everyone and pray like that Vedic rishis did. Sarvas taratu durgani, sarvo bhadrani pashyatu. Let everyone be happy. Let everyone be free from suffering. Don't care for myself. Let everyone be happy. So that is called spirituality. And Swami Vivekananda's philosophy is this. To make people aware, why you are so selfish, why you are narrow-minded, why you are constantly thinking, oh, he is actually, she is criticizing me, these, that. Become like a lion. Nirgacchati jagat chalat pinjari divakeshari. And you break all your bondages and become a lion. And Vivekananda's blessings will be with you. Swamiji said, whoever will do my work, my power will enter into him. Can you imagine the power of Vivekananda? The power of the Shiva? The power of the auspiciousness? That is the power. And what is his work? To help the poor, the downtrodden, the illiterate, the oppressed. Because they are the object of his worship. I am really thankful that the wonderful program he has organized over here, Vedanta Society, Berkeley, and also the Consulate Journal of India, San Francisco, associated with them and spreading this message. We should reach out to all the people, no conversion, but transformation. You are now a good man, become God. As Swami Vivekananda said, and I conclude with that, I should quote him in Bengali. He said, Chile poshu, hoiacho mano, ekhon devota hoite hoibe. You were the animal, selfish, living for yourself. Now you have become a human. Now you consider others, pray for others, help others. Now third step, you must love others. Now devota hoite hoibe. You must love everyone, even your oppressors. So that is the third stage. Just in front of us, we must become God. No narrowness, no criticism, no small-mindedness, but love, love, and love. That is the legacy of Vivekananda we should carry. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.